Hello everybody, this is Apex Rise here, and again we'll be doing another video on what do you call it? The Skate 4 designing of Skate 4. Well, my input on what they should do, and let's go. I think we covered almost everything that we should have covered in the suburbs. Oh, keep the snake run. I'll put the map up in a sec. Keep the snake run and the little half pipe thing at the back, because that is like two of my favourite spots that were there. Basically keep the whole top of the suburbs. I don't actually think there's anything wrong with it. It's quite a decent area altogether. Moving down to the res. Everything in the res was done correctly as well. It's more or less, it worked very well, and I would say kind of transmute a bit, mostly the parts of the old town into the res, like move some bits over more or less right near the end into the res, and same with on the Skate 2 map, which I'll talk about in a second, but I would say move all the old town stuff. That was good, like that massive, there was this spot, and you basically go off this massive drop, and it's huge, and then you hit this little bit at the bottom, and then you have to keep going. I think it was one of maybe, I know in the first one, you met up with the pro skater, and I don't know what his name was, but I know he had a black hat, like a black hat, and he had long hair. I can't remember what his name was, but he had a black hat, and he had long hair. Like really long hair, and it was like kind of like a black cowboy mariachi hat. It was a flat brimmed hat, but had kind of the cowboy top, I would say. He was. You met him, and then you did some pretty sick tricks off of that massive gap. It's a excellent gap. I'm just going to put the maps up on now with the thing. Yeah, because I'm going to talk about me editing this as well, because that's how I feel like doing it, because it's like a very insight into what I think. So yeah, the res had I think it was Slappy's first shop, where you first go to Slappy's shop. It was just a shop with like some stuff in it or whatever. I can't exactly remember what was in there. I think you could buy clothes and check out Thrasher magazine, which if you did the video and photo events, your videos and your photos would end up popping up in there. There was a little backyard, it's not backyard, in the back of their shop, there was a little skate park that you could unlock. Actually, no, the shop was the Regs shop. It's two red kind of like boots, I would say, and it says Regs. That's my Skate 3 team, because I just like that. I'm just like that. I'm a classic man, if you know what I mean. But that was what was in there at the back, and it was a very, very nice little skate park. For someone that didn't get very far, I'm not saying I didn't get very far, but I didn't get too far in the first one. I spent most of my time there, and I do own all the Skate 3 DLCs, and they brought that bit back. And I watched, his name's Higgsy. Again, he's only on 60 subscribers, he doesn't do YouTube anymore, but he jumped out of the map and showed you the pool that is in every single skate game due to DLC, and there was one way you could get there, or it would purposely be in the game, like in Skate 2, because you had the res, it was purposely there in Skate 2, because it kind of went the mountain area, and then the res was still there, and I think the lower half of the suburbs had changed into something else. But the res was still there, and there's this one pool that's been in every single one of them, DLC to get to or not. It has been in every single one, and it's called the old pool. He's decided to call it the ancient pool, but I think just the old pool fits, to be honest. It's just, or I would probably call it the classic pool, because it's been in every single one. So I would probably call it the classic pool. And it was a very nice pool. There was also this, I don't know what you'd call it. If you like have played any of them, you know the like mega ramps where you go down and it's a big drop, and then all of a sudden you launch off, and then you land back on something else. there was one there. Yeah, there was like a street kind of one there, and it was next to called the Big Wall, which was this massive wall that you could ride up, and you basically would ride along it sideways until you got to until you came off of it. But that was there, and I thought that was actually kind of a nifty little thing. I'd have no clue how you get to it, but I think I've never actually been down it, to be honest. No, actually, no, I have. I know I have. Because I did. I think I prefer my second. No, I think it was my first double backflip off of that, which was pretty good. So I thought that was kind of cool. And if people are like, oh no, you can't do double backflips, yeah, it worked for some reason on that one. But yeah, that was really cool of that spot being there. So I would say keep the ancient pool. Old Town, I will go and get a photo of it and then put it up of that spot. 1 second. Okay, so I found the two photos. I found one of the old pool and I found one of the big wall, which I'll put up now. And I couldn't find an image of it, but I found the video of a chat of someone doing I think it's called like Ali Bridge Gap. Yeah, his name must have been Ali or something. But I found a video which I'll just put up now. 1 second. So I found the video of it. It's sorry it's low quality, but I found a video of someone doing it. It's this jump now to there. That's the Ali Bridge Gap. It just says make it without dying. And you see the two photos that I edited in just a second ago of the old pool and thingy and the big gas wall. But that is the gap, and I thought that was a very well done little gap for something that's there. It doesn't seem that big, but when you play it, it's pretty huge. And it's quite difficult. I remember spending loads of times doing that, and I couldn't make it. But yeah, it's quite a nice area, Old Town. I wouldn't say all of it's nice, but that's really it. All that I could say for the nice parts of it is really that one gap. I think that was it. But downtown is the section we will be talking about now. It's quite a vast area. It's quite big, and there's not much, to be honest. There's not much there. But there was one thing. What was it? There was an Adidas shop there that I always went into, but I never could buy anything out there. I don't know why. I think you had to get further down the line, but I could never buy anything out there. And I for some reason, I just really liked that shop being there. It was in quite an obscure location, but it was nice there. And I think down one of the roads is the first time I learned how to coffin, because I was playing it with my dad, because that's what we used to sort of play all the time. But he did it and kept going down the road, and I didn't know how he did it. And then he challenged me to figure out how to do it. And then I kind of saw it holding the buttons down, so I just guessed and I got it right. So that's pretty lucky. So yeah, I kind of just went down one big road, just coughing in all the way. He gave you low points, but it was still quite funny. But I think that does it for the Skate 1 map, to be honest. I will leave this video here because of these. I'm finishing on the Skate 1 and moving on to Skate 2. But I would say keep all the things that I've literally talked about in the past two videos. Keep all of them stuff that I added in. Keep all of that, because it's like such a good set layout and everything. I think keep all that, and then in Skate 2 there is a pool that you had to do a challenge for, I think, and then you got let in, and the fact that all the skaters had left after you'd done it made you feel so sad, but it was quite funny, I must admit. But I think what they should do with that is have bits where there will always be skaters around, and you could partner up with them. Like, you could call skaters on Skate 3, yeah, you could call them, but just have them so they're there and you can just meet up with them. And if some of them aren't there, give the option to call. But I think that would be a great little feature. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope I can actually get this to kind of trigger EA to go make it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Absolutely murder that like button, smash the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.